Chapter 1, Strategic Management and Strategic Competitiveness. Studying this chapter should provide you with the strategic management knowledge needed to 1. Define strategic competitiveness, strategy, competitive advantage, above average returns, and the strategic management process. 2. Describe the competitive landscape and explain how globalization and technological changes shape it. 3. Use the industrial organization or IO model to explain how firms can earn above average returns. 4. Use the resource-based model to explain how firms can earn above average returns. 5. Describe vision and mission and discuss their value. 6. Define stakeholders and describe their ability to influence organizations. 7. Describe the work of strategic leaders. And lastly, explain the strategic management process. Chapter 1 provides an overview of the strategic management process. This chapter introduces a number of key terms and models that you will study in more detail in chapters 2 through 13. Please pay careful attention to the concepts introduced in this chapter so you are well grounded in strategic management concepts before proceeding further. Objective 1. Define strategic competitiveness, strategy, competitive advantage, above average returns, and the strategic management process. Strategic competitiveness is achieved when a firm successfully formulates and implements a value-creating strategy. By implementing a value-creating strategy that current and potential competitors are not simultaneously implementing and that competitors are unable to duplicate or find too costly to imitate, a firm achieves a competitive advantage. Strategy can be defined as an integrated and coordinated set of commitments and actions designed to exploit core competencies and gain a competitive advantage. So long as a firm can sustain or maintain a competitive advantage, investors will earn above average returns. Above average returns exceed investors' expected levels of return for given risk levels. In the long run, firms must earn at least average returns and provide investors with average returns if they are to survive. If a firm earns below average returns and provides investors with below average returns, investors will withdraw their funds and place them in investments that earn at least average returns. In small and new venture firms, performance is sometimes measured in terms of the amount and speed of growth rather than more traditional profitability measures. New ventures require time to earn acceptable returns. A framework that can assist firms in their quest for strategic competitiveness is the strategic management process. The full set of commitments, decisions, and actions required for a firm to systematically achieve strategic competitiveness and earn above average returns. This process is illustrated in Figure 1.1. The strategic management process illustrates the dynamic interrelated nature of the elements of the strategic management process. It provides an outline of where the different elements of the process are covered in the text. Feedback linkages among the three primary elements indicate the dynamic nature of the strategic management process: strategic inputs, strategic actions, and strategic outcomes. Analysis in the form of information gained by scrutinizing the internal environment and scanning the external environment are used to develop the firm's vision and mission. Strategic actions are guided by the firm's vision and mission and are represented by strategies that are formulated or developed and subsequently implemented or put into action. Desired performance, strategic competitiveness, and above average returns result when a firm is able to successfully formulate and implement value-creating strategies that others are unable to duplicate. Feedback links the elements of the strategic management process together and helps firms continuously adjust and revise strategic inputs and strategic actions in order to achieve desired strategic outcomes. In addition to describing the impact of globalization and technological change on the current business environment, this chapter also discusses two approaches to the strategic management process: The first, the industrial organizational model, suggests that the external environment should be considered as the primary determinant of the firm's strategic actions. The second is a resource-based model, which perceives the firm's resources and capabilities, which is really kind of the internal environment, as critical links to strategic competitiveness. Following discussion in this chapter, as well as in chapters 2 and 3, you should be able to see these models and how they're integrated and achieve strategic competitiveness.